Hello, Mr. Keeravani, Cream, and Maragadamani, and welcome to Galatta Plus.
Namaste.
And congratulations, obviously, first to become the first Indian composer to win an Oscar for Best Song in an Indian production. That's like a really huge thing. I know on stage you said you feel on top of the world and you sang it out. How does it feel, really? I mean,
Yeah. Whatever I spoke in my acceptance speech was I was meaning my words. Only difference is I was putting them in my favorite tune. So really feeling on top of the world. On behalf of my entire team, who was behind this great success of this particular song. In fact, prior to this Oscar award, when I just first received this Golden Globe in the month of Jan, so I was given at least 2 minutes plus time to speak my heart out. So I took the time to actually mention and give credit to the people behind the song, and particularly in the order of priority. The order of priority thing,
yeah.
I used it for the first time just to make sure that the right people get the right amount of credit and attention and focus. So, which I couldn't have at the time of Oscar, because we had a event called Oscar Luncheon much prior to the event, where the president of the academy just strictly told us that it has to be 45 seconds. No matter how many people are involved in a single award, only one person should speak representing the team, and so on. So all those things, there were restrictions. So it was not very easy to, put all my thoughts into a single slot. So I chose to sing a song to make it light-hearted and as simple as possible.
Right. You had already planned this though.
Yeah,
It
but
was
of
not
course,
something that came on
no,
stage.
because it has to be planned only. Because in front of so many esteemed audience from Hollywood, and it's a new venue altogether. So it has to be prepared
Wonderful.
somewhat.
Wonderful.
But in my preparation, there was a slogan which was meant to be in the end, which was Jai Hind. I couldn't say it because as and when I spoke, there was on the TV monitor a signal, a digital warning popped up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, 3, 4 times. So naturally, one will get tense by watching those signals. I forgot to say Jai Hind, but I just did it in the backstage as soon as we were taken to the backstage, and I wrote it digitally,
Right. Right.
myself and Mr. Chandra Bose.
Yeah. And speaking of Mr. Chandrabodh, I think it's lovely that the Oscar honors both the composer and the lyricist for a song, because in your best songs you've always given priority to the lyrics. You know, you can hear them very clearly, and like you work around the lyrics. You kind of this thing. So that's just amazing that they recognize both parts of the song.
Yeah, that's the tradition. Oscar's tradition is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to honor both the composer and the lyricist.
Yeah.
So that's how they do, and that's how even Gulzar Saab
Yeah,
got an
yeah,
Oscar
yeah, yeah,
at the
yeah.
time of Jai Ho.
Jai Ho, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When the five nominee names were announced, and just before they say, and the winner is, were you nervous? Was your heart hammering?
In fact, I was maintaining a benign indifference all the season. I mean, all the 30 days I was there in US in this campaign. And of course, naturally, my family members and my close relatives and friends, they will be wishing to, get this award. Above all of them, Ramoji Rao Garu, who is my mentor and who gave me the first chance way back 33 years. So when I met him recently, so he himself he told me, yes, Keeravani Garu, bring Oscar, please. So I didn't expect him to say those words because the man of his stature, he must have seen many things in life and he is beyond all the awards and many other accolades. Why he said those words? He's valuing the Oscar that much, then I should get it. Just for the sake of his satisfaction and his wish. I should make his wish true. So that came into my mind towards the end. So naturally, which leaves me in a tense mood because all the other nominees they did very well. Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and Sunlocks, Diane Warren, all those they came up with their own performances of the nominated songs as well. They did a wonderful performance. So we were all enjoying the. So by watching those performances, then again, yes, of course, Naatu Naatu was bagging standing ovation, but still I was thinking, yeah, it could be any song. Why not? Because all songs are enjoyable. So which left me and my crew members, Mr. Chandra Bose and my wife, was sitting by my side. So we were all naturally. It's like a high tension drama, which is culminating to a great climax.
Yeah, and what a climax!
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, but all I was thinking about Ramoji Regar only. He must, his wish should be fulfilled.
That's lovely.
Not for my sake. Though I said it's the pride of every Indian. That's what I told. But mainly I was focusing on Ramoji Rao. He should be pleased. And also, after landing in Hyderabad, the first thing I wanted to do is to take this statue to him and put the statue in his hand and just, sir, this is, you asked me to bring it? Yes. So, with all due respect to this prestigious award in the world, the art world itself, it's the Zenith award.
Right.
So I just want to say, sir, you asked for this, and this is.
Was it a kind of Guru Dakshina?
You may say that. So the universe was listening to my prayers, and it happened.
Lovely.
So which left me in not very great excitement, but I was. It was exciting only, but not very, not to an extent that where you go breathless like the other lady. She went breathless, the other award winner,
Okay.
Gunit Monga.
Yeah.
She was not given time to speak her words. So she went breathless and she was hospitalized also.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Award season is a long time. And you were there, you said, for 30 days. Apart from winning the Oscar, of course, do you have a favorite moment that happened? Somebody you met or somebody who said something to you? Is there a favorite moment?
Like I tweeted in my social media platform, a message, a gesture from Richard Carpenter himself.
Yeah, that was after the award.
That's the best moment. Not only in this 1 month thing, but I can say in my career, entire career, that's the most wonderful, memorable moment.
Yeah.
He himself acknowledging my speech and say gifting me in return.
Yeah.
His own, words of appreciation. That's a great thing.
That's a great thing. Yeah.
It left me in tears actually.
Yeah. When you composed Naatu Naatu, did you realize you had a really special song?
Not really, because Naatu Naatu is one more mass song, a dance song. technically speaking or aesthetically speaking, you expect awards to different kind of songs where you showcase your talent in terms of classical music or great poetry like Kannadasan, or some kind of intricately designed orchestration and blah 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 and so on. But Natu is just a fast commercial, fast beat number for which not in my wildest dreams I expected any award. Not only, forget Oscar, any award at all. It's not an award song only. But what made that this attention worthy, worldwide attention worthy, is the contribution of the director and the choreographer.
Right.
That's what I told in my Golden Globe acceptance speech. So it has become the integral part of the movie. It's not just a song. It's a scene by itself.
Yeah.
It's a mini story. It's a short story by itself, happening in the main story. A very uniquely present composed the dance steps, which became viral everywhere. So all credit goes to Rajamouli and Prem Rachit, majorly, and of course Mr. Chandra Bose. And speaking about Mr. Chandra Bose, though he just melted his brain into writing excellent thoughts throughout the song, but who cares about the entire song? The world cares about only Natu, 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 Vera Natu, 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 Ura Natu. The rest is, okay, let it be. It's left to the Telugu language speaking and understanding folks. But the world, it embraced only those two lines. And those two lines are magical lines, which were originally created by Chandra Bose again, because the song happened in other four languages, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannadam and Hindi. Just because officially the Telugu version is presented and registered with Oscars, that's Chandra Bose is lucky enough to be in the Telugu segment, and Telugu version sounded more rhythmic, more rhyming and more what do you call, more fun oriented than the other languages.
Right.
Of course, the other language writers contributed to their level best as well. But Telugu has those resonance in sounding, so which became major reason for the song to become viral hit.
Right.
So Chandra Bose deserves all this appreciation for him because of coming with a beautiful hook line, or Pallavi, whatever you call it, the two lines. Yeah. They are like a mantra. Yeah, it attained mantra, properly said in mantra in English. It's like a mantram. It attained a mantram status than a song status. That's why it became that much viral. Like Kolaveri, you may say.
Yeah.
You remember Kolaveri?
Yeah. Can you tell us how you ended up with three names in three industries? Of course, Keeravani is the original Keeravani, but when you came to Tamil, you became Maragadamani. When you went to Hindi, you became Cream.
Like Natu Natu, this question also is a very popular question. Became very popular. Because I've been asked this question a million times by this time. But still, I would like to answer once again for you. Balachander sir wanted me to keep my first half of Marakatamani, which is because it sounds more Tamil. That's how Keeravani disappeared from Marakatamani Keeravani. And Cream is a fancy name which I was influenced, motivated by my most favorite horror fiction writer, Stephen King.
Right.
After bagging some name as Stephen King, he got bored with his name and he just started writing and Richard Bach. And again popular, became popular equally. So that's he was my inspiration to be having these many identities. I think with Oscar, when all these identities are, disappearing, only I would like to be called MMK.
MMK.
MMK. That's
Okay.
better.
Right.
Initials are always better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But why cream?
It was a name given by my uncle who taught me music.
Okay.
So I never questioned him. In our culture, you're not supposed to question your guru or mentor. Whatever he says, you just go by that.
Right.
You're not supposed to ask why and what if. All those questions are not asked. No, I never asked any questions. I never challenged my guru. Why like this? What like this? What if I don't do this? I never did that.
Right. Would you say that, we've heard stories about you being a child prodigy, you the violin, and you like to play Hindi songs and on stage. Would you say that music was always in your blood?
No, my father is a musician.
Right.
He played sitar and harmonium, and he sang. He's a multi-talented artist. So naturally, and my mother, she was playing veena. So there is a very good inclination towards music in my family, mainly my mother and father. I think I inherited the music sense from them. And of course, a practice and official learning from gurus like my violin teacher and many of them. So, music has to be in blood,
Right.
first and foremost, because the tempo sense and the pitch sense, it cannot be taught. But once you have that in your system, then with proper guidance and proper teaching and training, you can be a very good musician.
Right.
Yeah, like Madeline Srinivas, they're all child prodigies, but they had also very good guru guidance and hard work and practice. Without practice, it's very difficult for a musician, particularly an instrument player. He has to have very good practice of at least a few hours a day, uh, every day. That's a must mandatory thing.
Right. Did you ask your parents if they named you Keeravani after the Carnatic raga because they were also musicians?
I never asked any question.
So you don't know. It may also be a
Yeah,
coincidence.
I never, I didn't know, but I came to know that it is the 21st Melakarta
Melakarta.
of the 72 key, major scales of Carnatic music. But that's okay. But whatever name they gave me, I was fine with that.
Okay. Now, you were a pan Indian composer before we started using the word pan Indian like we are right now, because you went to Hindi and were very successful there as well. But one thing about your songs is your songs became very successful, but somehow you remained a little invisible, a little in the shadows, unlike certain other composers who were also like their songs were hits, they were also putting themselves out there by the interviews and things like that. Can you explain that a bit?
No, no, I never understood about this phenomena that is being underrated or overrated. But let me say something. If somebody meets me somewhere outside in an airport or in a railway station, they approach me saying that I am your fan, say, for example, and I don't take it by heart. I don't take it to my heart, because if 10 people out of one out of 10 people will be genuine. Genuinely, that person could be my fan. Let me tell you why. Because people are normally fans to celebrities or popular faces, known faces, be it a politician, a cricketer, or an artist, or a comedian, or a musician, a hero or heroine, a villain, anybody at all, any walk of life. If it is a popular face, I mean, they would like to go and say hello to them and, if possible, take a selfie with them. So there are people who are not looking for any selfies, but just they say a few words of appreciation and just leave it at that point. There, I feel they are more genuinely. I mean, they want to express their, I mean, liking for us. Unless you are told why they are your fan, why he is a fan, he or she, why they like you. I like your particular song in a particular movie, a particular portion. If they mention that, then I take their words credible. Otherwise, I just leave it. Oh, okay, they're celebrity fans. Anybody could be in my place and they'll behave the same way.
Right.
And I don't get excited and okay, but I don't, I mean, disappoint them as well. I just smile and okay, thank you very much. You want a selfie? Okay, please take. That's it. So when I just don't take the whatever fan following or whatever fame I am getting, take it to my heart, there is no point in getting excited to get it more and more.
Right.
At which point I may be lagging behind in presenting myself as, yeah, look at me, this is me, this is what I am. So that what, in other words, that's called PR. I don't do that. My work should speak. If you like my work, then you will come to me and I will do the work and just get paid. I am not doing any social service here. I just get paid for my work. In my initial days, I just recorded my tunes in audio cassettes. There were no CDs. So I just duplicated my tunes into 51 cassettes, because 51, that's my lucky figure. Total 6, you may say. So I approached 51 celebrities in Chennai. Among them, there were artists, there were music directors, there were singers, there were studio owners, all of them. I just knocked their doors and I presented my cassettes. Sir, this is me. Please consider giving me a chance. And of course, I got my first break and it was popular. My first movie from Ramoji Film City, that's Usha Kiran movies. Yeah, and ever since I made it a point that I should never ask anybody any chance, because I got my chance and from thereafter my work should speak. If my work is appreciated, I get more chances. I get to be busy. Why do repeat? I mean, you are not an unknown person anymore. You may call it being in touch. Yeah, let's be in touch. That's the usual term they use. Let's be in touch. So I never be in touch with anybody. I feel my work should be in touch with whoever. The audience are the people from the industry who give me bread and butter.
Right.
So maybe because of that, a few people think that why is he not willing to work with us anymore, or is he looks like an introvert, or blah 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 blah. Maybe because of that, yeah, this feeling what you expressed is there in the air. But that is me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change that
Yeah.
ever, because that's my policy.
Yeah.
I do good work, I get more work. If I don't do, that's it.
At what point, at what age did you decide, I want to be a composer, music composer?
To be, in fact, I never wanted to be a composer. I wanted to be a singer. My father forced me into composing tunes. He used to ask me, just compose one tune a day. You are going to use it or not? Yeah, do it. I was totally, I was not in film field only. I never came to Chennai. I was in a village, but I used to compose one tune a day. That was like a very good practice. So, but after coming to Chennai and getting settled there, uh, over a period of time, I came to know that aspiring to become a singer, professional singer, is how difficult it is, because it requires lots of talent, like many faculties which Balugaru was having. The rendering, the stamina, the technique of singing. Out of which I had hardly a few. So I don't call myself a professional singer. Singing is my hobby. So at that point, I got enlightened that I'm singing is not my career. I have to survive on my this faculty that which I practiced and I gained. That is composing music. And even instrument also, I was not a perfect on playing any instrument. Though I can play violin, piano, harmonium, tabla, a few of them, but not to behind perfection.
Right.
No, it's not perfect. But I like to play piano.
Yeah.
To an extent. I am very poor in with my left hand. Just with my right hand, I would like to play piano.
Nice.
That helps me in generating tunes, but not an instrument, not as a pianist. I'm just piano. Just take the help of piano to generate tunes. That's it.
So is that how you play your tunes for directors to see this is what thing
Yeah,
with the
of course.
piano?
Yeah.
Okay. You have, of course, you just talked about Natu Natu, and you've also given big hero-driven beat hits like Bangaru Kodipeta and Garana Mogudu and all, which became blockbuster songs like Natu Natu. Keeravani that I associate the most with is a man of minimalism who uses minimal instruments. And I'm going to name a few songs like in Tamil, Sangeeta Swarangal, in Aragan, in Jamu Ratri, in Shanam Shanam. Or before the interview, I told you this, but my favorite song of yours, which is पढ़ लिख के बड़ा होकर तुम एक किताब लिखना अपने सवालों का तुम
तो
खुद ही
खुद की
जवाब
जवाब लिखना.
लिखना. I just love that song from Zakhum. There's a lovely minimalism in these songs where you have a tune, you have your beats and everything, but there's such a mood, there's such an emotion that comes through. That's the person that I associate with you. Am I right in assuming that that's your favorite zone?
Yeah, that maybe that minimalism I have in my orchestration and presenting my way of presenting songs in my way. It may be that I acquired that quality by adoring and admiring the style of KVM sir and MSV sir. They worked for a lot of Telugu and Tamil movies. And KVM sir is known for his simplicity. He just concentrated on his melody and presenting lyrics properly. And MSV sir is known for his haunting melodies. So both have something in common, and keep it simple. Therefore, just focus on main melody. Maybe by worshipping their styles, I also got to go in that path. But these days, that's not saleable anymore. You need to focus on multiple arrangements. You need to keep the track very busy. Too many things are happening in the track, because with all the headsets and the ultra modern listening equipments you need to have too many things keeping you busy, understanding them, perceiving them from all the directions, like what they say, Atmos or whatever. Yeah, there's multiple speakers. Yeah, you need to provide a good variety and range of arrangements in a single song. But you have to be careful to see that they are not clustered. Everything is clear for enjoying.
Right.
That's mandatory thing. Otherwise, they call you as outdated. It's dated music.
Was it easy to make the transition from an era where you played the piano and everything was live to today where there is a lot more technology involved in the music? How easy or tough was the transition?
Well, the transition did not happen overnight.
Right.
So first of all, there was a mono, and the stereo facility came, and then tracks, multiple tracks, and recording stems facilities. Every day, something or other is coming. In the process of adapting yourself into this modern technology of producing music and presenting, yeah, it has been easy only. It's not a tough job
Right.
because you are always there. Like Rip Van Winkle disappeared. I mean, he went into the woods and he slept for 25 years, drinking something, some magic drink. He came back to his own town and he did not recognize where is his house, where is my house? Because he was out of the field, out of the town for 25 years. He slept for 25 years. Suddenly he came and he did not understand anything. So I was never a Rip Van Winkle. I was always there. Some people think that what happened to Maragadamani? Maragadamani disappeared. He's not seen in Chennai. He's not seen in Tamil movies. But Maragadamani is alive with a different name, like you said. With a different name somewhere else. Always in touch with music and always touch with the trends.
Right.
So I was constantly learning in the learning process, always in touch with my fellow musicians and what's happening with contemporary music and all. So it was, I did not know when the world changed. It changes day by day, day by day, day by day. The change is constant and it's like a slow thing. So right now I feel like I belong to the contemporary music community. I don't feel lost at any point of time.
Right. You mentioned something very interesting about Natu Natu, which is like that hook line was the most popular. Is that something that in today's music is kind of necessary, that you have to give them some kind of a hook that keeps coming back to? I mean, earlier it was in a musical shape, but now is it also in words that you like for example, when you come back to Manohari in Bahubali, you know, there's a nice tune there in just that one word alone. It just, the way he says Manohari and stretches that itself is so.
Why we call it a hook line? Because it hooks to you. Yeah, unfortunately, I may use this word. Unfortunately, music is being served to the people who doesn't want to behave like adults anymore.
Okay.
You know, like in lullabies, I want to mention Tamil lullabies here. In Tamil, when you compose a lullaby, whatever might be the content, but it ends with Ari Raro, Ari Raro, Ari Raro. The child who wants to sleep understands Ari Raro more than any coherent or poetry in the lullaby. Ariraro, ariraro. It's soothing. It's like it's like swinging a cradle. And in Telugu, it's lalijo, 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 lalijo. The same word repeatedly said, lalijo, lalijo, or ariraro. So the listener wants to become a child. He doesn't want to understand poetry. He doesn't want big thoughts to get into his mind, doesn't want any messages, doesn't want any education. No, no, no. I just want Ariraro. I'm saying Ariraro because every commercial song is an Ariraro song. So that's where this hook line comes into execution.
Right.
So you want a commercial RRR not to put you to sleep, but to get you dancing. A dancing RRR you need. That's where this hook line comes with an easy words, sometimes gibberish words, no meaning at all. So, and that's the essence of a song. Unfortunately, comes here because there is less room for poetry, there is less room for the situation or logical construction of a song in terms of words. No, you don't need them anymore. All you need is Ariraro.
Is that why you once said, like around 2014 or something like that, you just said you wanted to retire? Were you tired of doing RRRs?
No, no, no. I just don't want to mention any proper names here because I don't want to offend anybody.
Sure.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But I just retired before I got a break only. Let me explain. When I was working as an assistant with Mr. Chakravarti Garu, a very busy Telugu music director who did for 75 movies a year out of the entire annual production of 90 movies per year. His share was 75, almost 90%. It's like monopoly. So I was one of his main assistants. So I practically witnessed how much of torture and humiliation he used to get when he was working for a few directors.
Oh,
Those directors, they don't have any conviction, they don't have any judgment on the tunes, but they are nice people. As human beings, they are nice, but they don't have any music sense. They don't have any. So I decided then and there itself. If I ever become a music composer on my own, I am not going to work with this particular handful of 2 or 3 directors. I am not going to work with them. No matter how popular they are, how influential they are, I am not going to work with them. That's I call retirement. I never, I didn't get a chance yet, but I retired. I retired from doing music to a particular section. So that's what I was mentioning in 2015.
okay.
So, but still, no, maybe I did not work with those particular directors who I named that I am not going to work with them. But I had to work with similar people who tortured me a lot. Just for the sake of earning money, I had to work for a longer period. Because you avoid somebody, you get them from somewhere else. University is like that. You cannot escape from certain situation. After having worked with so many movies with people of all kind of directors, brainy and not brainy, intellectual and not intellectual, music sense and no music sense, I have worked with all kinds of directors. So I just wanted to retire from certain conditions because retirement happens overnight only for government employees and certain employees, I mean white collar jobs and certain jobs, you know. But in art field, it doesn't happen overnight. In art field and like old age, you don't become old overnight. You gradually lose your hair. We both are bald. You gradually lose your eyesight, you lose your teeth, it's slowly, old age peeps in slowly, day by day. Same thing with the retirement in art field. I just wanted to retire from certain conditions, working with certain people who cannot understand music properly and who cannot utilize my music properly on the screen. So that's what I meant. In that process, I might have offended a few people, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We cannot please each and every person all the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant. And even today, I am sticking to that my statement, and I am retired only, but I am working in a selected manner.
Right. Just to understand your process, can you tell me how you worked with Rajamouli in Telugu, with Mahesh Bhatt in Hindi, and with Balachander in Tamil?
First of all, I want to thank you to putting my brother ssrajamouli's name on par with those two stalwarts whom I admire all the time, Balachander sir and Mahesh Bhatt sahab. Yeah, like you said rightly, these are a few people I enjoy working on every project with them. In linear order, I worked with Balachander sir. So when you want to speak about these three people, I should be able to tell something which is in common in these three people.
Sure.
Otherwise, everybody is unique. But I want to say something which I find common in these three directors. Since you asked, that is confidence. I shared with Balachandra sir that about a thing called stock tunes. You compose a tune for a movie, and it is not okay, and you go for options. They ask you for options, and tune number 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, whatever, will be finalized, and all the other tunes are remaining in your stock. And when you try to present that stock in front of the other directors which come your way, I said to Balachandra sir that, sir, in Telugu, in our field, because I'm a Telugu speaking person and I work majorly for Telugu projects. They say they feel like stock tunes are, what do you call, masina battalu, means the clothes that are, you put them aside for laundry. What do you call them in English?
Dirty laundry, dirty clothes.
It's a dirty clothes.
Huh.
They think these tunes are dirty clothes. They don't want. They want something fresh. They don't even know if I present the same old tune and say that it is fresh tune. They can't even make understand. But still they want something fresh. Then Balachandra sir laughed out very loud and Maragadamani, he used to call me Mani only. Mani, I want dirty clothes. Yeah, just take out all your dirty clothes, play, sing them one after the other to me. That was his confidence level. He was not bothered whether it is a stock tune or freshly made. He wanted to see whether the tune appeals to him or not. Here I say his quality is confidence level. And coming to Bhatt, the same confidence. He doesn't care whether the tune is slow or fast. People ask for fast beat songs. I don't know why. Yeah, music's original intention, the purpose of music is to calm you down, ease your senses and put you in a calm, serene mood. That's the main purpose of music. Of course, music plays a major role in motivating people into, in military bands, they play music to unite the, army, and they in temples and all prayer places they use music to concentrate on one thing. So music has got multiple purposes. But why always go for fast beat songs? Why even? See Bhatt Sahab, he extracted music from not only me, all the music directors, albums like Ashiki 2 or, and many of them, all of them are slow songs. He is known for extracting soulful music from composers from all over the country and make them hits, super hits. And most of them are slow songs. I am a fan of slow songs, slow melodies and soulful melodies. But he never asks you to compose a fast beat song. That's his confidence level. Again, that's a common point. And when it comes to Rajamouli, he was uh, directing and he was producing a most prestigious high budget movie called Bahubali in 2015. People are, including the producer Raghavendra Garu, he is worried. He was under high tension. What's going to happen to me if Bahubali becomes a flop? That's the kind of tension they were having. Because first time, high budget movie, 500 crores. People ask me even today for names. Yeah, who is singing our song? Is it a big name? Is it a contemporary name? Who is writing our songs? Is a popular person? Very. We need names. We need big names. Even today, people are worried about big names. Oscar is a big name. People want to uh, add tag Oscar winner so and so, Oscar winner so. Once okay, twice okay. If you repeatedly say Oscar winner XYZ, Oscar winner XYZ, that means XYZ has got no value. Only if he is an Oscar winner, he is valued. That's what I call big names. So at this outset, I said Rajamouli that these are my singers, these are our songs. He said, fine. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Fine. I like this song. I like the voice. That's the level of confidence. And some people criticized me for not having any big names in Bahubali singers. What is this? Who are these? Who are these singers? We never heard of them. Who are these? Where are the big names? Then I posted one post. I took a picture of my singer, one of my singers. She's called Ramya. So I posted her picture on the Facebook and mentioned, you know her name? Behara Venkata Naga Santhoshi Hanuma Krishna Ramya. That was her name. We call her simply Ramya. See how big name. You need big names? So this is the big name. Take this. You need big names. So I don't care for big names. So is Rajamouli. So because he is confident about his own work. He is not after names, be it a singer, be it an artist, be it anybody. He only looks at merit and quality. So that comes from confidence. So all these three directors, not only these three, I worked with many other.
Yeah, I just took these
There
as
are
a
many great directors. I'm working right now, so I am happy to be associated with them because they are very sure about their work, their own work.
Right.
They are not depending on the names anymore.
Speaking of directors, there's also Ram Gopal Varma, whose Shana Shana was kind of a breakthrough for you, right?
Yeah.
Even though it was your third or fourth film, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was that confidence the same quality?
Let me tell you something, Baradwaj Garu. Ram Gopal Varma was my first Oscar. Now, what Academy Award now I received in 2023 is my second Oscar. Let me tell you why. Because like all the people I approached, 51 people, they might have, some of them might have thrown my audio cassette into trash can. They might have never heard of. Who cares? A stranger approaches you and asks you to listen to his tunes. Who cares? Some of them I might have liked, but still they are not interested. But that was my merit. Ram Gopal Varma gave me a chance to work with for his movie Chanacham. But he was the Shiva Ram Gopal Varma. Shiva was his Oscar because it played an Oscar role for him because his first movie being a mega hit. And Ram Gopal Varma played an Oscar role in my career. He was my Oscar. So, who is this Keeravani? Out of the blue, who is this person? We never heard of him, but Mr. Ram Gopal Varma is working with him now. That must be something. Book him. Come on. let's have him for our project also. That's how the magic worked. That's how Ram Gopal Varma's association helped me in getting more chances all of a sudden in a single in an academic year. I mean, many of them. That's how he helped me a lot. I mean, in getting sudden surge of attention.
Right, right.
He's my good friend even till date. I mean, of course, there were some hardships in between because I was not able to get associated with a few of his projects. He was upset with me, but that's fine. That happens with everybody.
Okay.
But he's my favorite.
So this is going to be a very unfair question, but if I ask you to pick a few songs that are your favorites across languages, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, of course. Since you said few, it's not difficult. Had you said only one song, then it would have been
Okay,
very
fine.
difficult. Not that I don't have my songs that I don't like. I don't like all my work. Unless you have a disliking for a few songs, you are not a true music lover. You have to have songs that you don't like, songs you like. Now, you want me to pick some songs like in Tamil, like Radimalli Pucharame, Malayam Niye, Kambangadu, from Kambangadu from Vanamelai, Jadimalli Pucharame from Alagan, Malayam Niye again from Alagan, all Balachander sir songs only. Sangeeta Swarangal is my favorite, not this level. It's okay. I also like the song. Solladi Bharadamada from Jadimalli, 5 songs. And from Hindi, Gali Mein Chand Nikla, Pad Lik Ke Bada Hoke, Hum Yahan Tum Yahan, all 3 from Zakham, and Chalo Tumko Lekar Chale from
इस रात की सुबह नहीं?
no, that is Jism.
Jism, yeah,
Jism.
sorry, yeah.
Jism and
Yeah, you had Shreya Ghoshal sing that song. Yeah.
and Maine Dil Se Kaha from Rogue,
Okay.
Irfan Khan.
I thought you'd pick something from Criminal.
Of course, Criminal, there is Tu Mile Dil Khle, but that comes second.
Right.
Not on the first priority list.
Right. And Telugu.
In Telugu, there are many because I majorly work in Telugu. There are more number of movies in Telugu.
Let's not stop for the number, just whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
Since
we have Chandrabose in focus, in limelight now, there is this song which only he could write for me and Rajamouli in Sai. There is a song Pantam Nida Nada. It's a war song between 2 groups in a college. That's my favorite song lyrically, not music, because there's hardly any music in the song. But musically, Dhira Dhira from Magadhira and Dhivara from Bahubali, that ascending the waterfall song, and Janani from RRR, the theme song. I'm talking about the recent movies.
Right.
Oka Manasuto from Ee Abbai Chala Manchodu, Ma Janani from a movie called Amma, directed by Mr. Suresh Krishna. There are many songs. At least there are 100 songs. Because I composed, say, 1800 songs so far. I have 100 to 150 songs of my favorite songs. Not all are my favorites.
I really like what you said, which is you cannot be a musician unless, or an artist unless you dislike some of your work. That's a very interesting thought.
I often ask my singers, particularly because I want to test their music sense. Their inclination for music, because Singers are always aspirants. Not only I mainly deal with singers. They always say the quote about their favorite songs, but I tell them you should be able to mention songs you hate. And otherwise, there won't be any credibility to your statement. Every song, I like this song. Oh, I love this song. I love this song. I like this song. I like this song. I like. And how can you like every song? You are liking every song and you call your a music lover. Too much of a music lover. Liking every song.
In 2017, you put out a cryptic tweet where you say, I'm not proud of the musician in me, I'm proud of the writer in me.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Man is different from animal only because of the language, the communication, and the ability to think and analyze and strategy. Of course, there are a few animals who emote, who show loyalty, be faithful, and strategize in the process of hunting uh, for the prey. Of course, it's there because it's an instinct thing. But man is different because he evolved using his brain and bringing this science into action. And because man is different from animal, and man should be different from animal in terms of emoting, expressing, arguing, and fighting. If I differ with you, if I have something to say against you, you and me, if I want to behave like an animal, I will just kill you because I am not agreeing with you what you said. I want to take the stone which is available near and kill you. It's very primitive. It's like an animal. Because you are not following my word, you are not agreeing, you are not coming my way, I want to kill you. I want to harm you. That's an animal way of dealing with things you oppose. What is the human way? I want to express in a decent manner. That's why I often resort to sarcasm. Sarcasm is a beautiful thing that only human beings can showcase. Again, if you react to my sarcasm in a wild way and kill me in return, bomb me, put a bomb in my office, and that's it, you are becoming an animal. So we are human beings here to deal with language, words, poetry, expressions, different, and synonyms and antonyms, because languages are very rich. Not only Telugu, every language is rich in its own way. We are here to deal with language so that to communicate better, to understand each other better. Language is a beautiful thing that human beings came with. That's why I like, I'm proud of the writer in me because a writer deals with language. A musician deals with only music, which is, it doesn't, musician doesn't need brain to
What do you
use.
say?
Yeah, music comes from heart.
Okay, okay.
All the musicians are heart, they deal with their heart. It doesn't often come from brain, but the lyrics, the stories, whatever, the writings, the writer has to use his brain. I like to be called as a brainy fellow, though I have a heart. I like to be complimented for my brain. There is a song, I'm in love with the shape of you, I'm in love with your body. I am not proud of my body, but I am proud of my brain. And a writer has a brain always. With no brain is not a writer. So I am always for writers. I admire writers.
Right.
In fact, somebody asked, whom do you want to meet in Hollywood? Not a musician. Mr. Larry David, who is the creator of Seinfeld, who is the creator of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to meet him, but unfortunately this time it did not happen. So next time I'm planning to meet him and take a selfie with him because he's the only person I would like to if possible, if time permits, interact with him for a few minutes. A day with him, it's a greatest gift. I'm not expecting that much, but just want to meet him once because he's a wonderful writer.
Are you a writer?
I am a writer. I write songs.
Right, that way.
I write stories, but they are not published anywhere. A few of them were published long back. I have lots of short stories. I like to read and write short stories. In Jeffrey Archer and in Telugu there are many writers, my favorite writers. I have a very good collection of short stories with me.
Right.
And I write some of my songs. I'm not a professional writer because I did not make it as a full-time profession, but if it comes effortlessly, I write songs. So in Triple R, I wrote this song, Janani song, was written by me. In Bahubali, I wrote 4 songs.
Yeah. So you're talking about the lyrics. Now, in general, the tune is composed first and then the lyrics are written. But there was also a time where the lyrics were written and then tune was composed for that particular lyric.
Yeah.
According to you, is any approach better than the other, or are both valid approaches?
Both are valid approaches only. Because Naatu was written first.
The words were written first.
Words were written first. Whoever comes up with a better idea, he delivers his work first.
Yeah.
Sometimes the tune happens first. Dosti song in RRR is tune first. Janani, of course, tune and words same time.
Yeah, because
both are the writer and composer is the same. And Komaram Bhimudu, words first. Naatu words first. And what are the other songs? Like the Janda song in the end, that's tune first again. Let me tell you one interesting thing. The Ether Janda song which we used in the rolling titles, that was an alternative tune for Naatu.
Is that right?
Yeah. The director liked the tune very much, but he did not okay it for Naatu. So he reserved the tune for elsewhere. Thus he used it in the rolling titles.
So you won the Oscar. Yeah. What next? Is it on your head that, wow, I have the standard to live up to, or are you just, yes, I'm the same Keeravani, I'm the same person I was before the Oscar, life goes on as usual?
Yeah, like you said, I am always the same, but I want to use this Oscar reward or award, whatever, this gift from universe, from the Western fraternity, which is I value very much. I want to use this Oscar label or thing to bag attention, more attention from people to whatever I was trying to say or incorporate from the beginning, which was paid less attention. Now there will be a little more attention. The words are the same, the intention is the same, my work style will be the same, but attention will be different. You pay attention to me now, more attention. Let's listen to what he is going to say. For a few days, for a few years maybe. And then again you need to have one more certificate or one more label or one more thing that makes your journey going, that keeps you going forward always. Always you need some energy,
right,
from time to time. Like your mobile phone needs to be charged every 24 hours. So every now and then you need some kind of energizing element that highlights your work. This Oscar is highlighting my work, but my work is always the same.
Lovely. So thank you so much, because I'm glad we spoke so much about your process, and you explained it beautifully. Congratulations again on a much deserved award, and all the best for the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamonds, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.